Okay, ratio and proportion. So, dito sa video na to, i-define natin ang ratio and proportion. We identify whether the proportion is direct, inverse, or partitive. We compute the unknown quantity in a given proportion and solve problems involving direct, inverse, and partitive proportion. Okay, first we start with ratio. So, ratio is the relation between two numbers or magnitudes of the same kind. So, paano ba natin nare-represent ang ratio? Pwedeng ganito, x to y, pwedeng x over y, or the common one, x is to y. Okay, take note that ratio is the relationship between two numbers of the same kind. So, let's have an example. Kate and Jimmy were candidates in a barangay poll election. So, Kate received 3,000 votes while Jimmy got 2,500 votes. So, what is the ratio of the number of votes received by Kate to the number of votes received by Jimmy? So, what is the number of votes received by Kate? It is 3,000, and for Jimmy, it is 2,500. So, the ratio is 3,000 is to 2,500. And we express it in lowest term. The answer is 7 is to 5. Okay? So we go now to the next. What is the ratio of the number of votes received by Jimmy to the number of votes received by Kate? So that's simply 2,500 is to 3,000. At ang sagot is the opposite of 7 is to 5, which is 5 is to 7. Okay? Sige. I hope you know other situations where you can use a ratio. Let's have another one. In a class of 45 freshmen, 15 are transferees from the elementary school department of public schools, while 30 are from private schools. So, what fraction of the students are from public schools? So, how we are going to solve this? There were ilan galing sa public school, 15 na transfers from the elementary school department of public school. So, 15. So, what is the answer to this? 15 over 45, which is 1/3. Right? How about the next one? What is the ratio of students from the public school to the students from private schools? So, 15 is to 30, which is from the private. Or 1 is to 2. Okay? That's it. How about this one? A banana cake requires an average of 1 hour of baking time, while a cupcake only takes 20 minutes of baking time. What is the ratio of baking time for the banana cake to that of the cupcake? There is a question here. What do you notice on the unit of time? On the first one, for the banana cake, it takes 1 hour. And for the cupcake, it takes 20 minutes. Sabi natin, dapat same kind. So, same yung unit dapat. Yung 1 hour, i-convert muna natin sa minutes. And 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So, what's the ratio of the baking time for banana? That is 60 to that of the cupcake. Cupcake only have 20 minutes. So, 60 over 20 or 3 is to 1. Okay? How about rate? So, rate is the relation between two numbers or magnitudes of the different kinds. So, kung yung ratio same kind, yung rate naman different kinds. And we have the what we call unit rate. It is a rate whose denominator is 1. So let's have an example. If you drive 180 kilometers in 3 hours, then your rate can be expressed as the ratio of kilometers to hours, which is 180 over 3. So in lowest term, it is 60:1, and 60 kilometers over 1 hour or per 1 hour is called the unit rate. So ito yung differences ng ratio at saka rate. So sabi natin sa definition, kapag ratio, same kind. Kapag rate, different kinds. Then sa unit, pwedeng walang unit sa ratio or makakancel yung unit. Dito sa rate, we needed yung units like kilometer per hour or pesos per hour. So we represent ratio as 3:2, 3:2, or it should be 3 over 2. So yan. And for the rate, it can be written as 60 with units kilometers per hour or 60 kilometers per 1 hour. 50 pesos per kilogram or 50 pesos per 1 kilogram. Okay? Example ng ratio, let's say the ratio of boys to girls is 3:2. But for the rate, the speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Then for the usage, ratio is used to compare part to part or part to whole. But for the rate, it is used to describe how one quantity changes relative to another. Let's say, for example, 60 kilometers per hour. So 60 kilometer is traveled every 1 hour. So, kada oras nag-change yung speed. So, nakadepende sa time yung speed. Okay? Let's have this one. Calling a Philippine landline from a Philippine cellular phone varies with phone companies. Global Mobile charges 22 pesos and 50 centavos per 3 minutes, and Skype charges 71 pesos and 20 centavos for 8 minutes. Which company has the lower rate? So, paano isa-solve? We convert this as a unit rate. So, for Globe, it is 22 pesos and 50 centavos charge per 3 minutes. And for Skype, it is 71 pesos 20 cents charge per 8 minutes. So we simply divide. So 22.50 divided by 3 is 7.5 or 7 pesos and 50 centavos charge per 1 minute or per minute. Then for the Skype, 71.2 or 0.20 divided by 8. It is 8.9 or 8 pesos and 90 centavos charge per 1 minute or per minute. So, which is cheaper? So, which has the lower rate? So, as you can see, the lower rate is on Globe. Globe is cheaper rather than Skype. Okay. For practice, you can refer to your textbook on pages 51 to 52. And here are the answers. Okay, we go now to proportion. So proportion refers to the equality of between two ratios. So meron tayong principle of proportion. This is the proportion A is to B equals C is to D. So meaning the ratio of A over B is just equal to C over D. Let's say, for example, let's say 2:4 is just the same as 5:10. Okay? So we have parts of a proportion The outer part are called the extremes and the inner parts are called the means. And the principle states that the product of the extremes is equal to the product of the means. So when you multiply A times D, it should be equal to B times C. Okay, say for example, we have 2:4 is equal to 5:10. To check whether it is a proportion, you can multiply 2 times 10, 20, and 4 times 5, also 20. So, proportion siya. Okay, solve for the unknown in each proportion. Let's have an example. X is to 20 is equal to 4 is to 5. So, what will you do? You simply multiply 5 times x is 5x, and 20 times 4 is 80. Then divide both sides by 5. Cancel. So x equals 80 over 5, 16. Also, look at this one. We have 5. What will you do to 5 to get 20? So you simply multiply it by 4. 5 times 4, 20. Same is true with 4. What will you do to 4? We multiply also to 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So that's why the answer is 16. Let's have another. 8 is to 15 is equal to n is to 45. Or 8 over 15 is equal to n over 45. Look at 15. What will you do to 15 to get 45? You simply multiply by 3. So 15 times 3 is 45. So ganun din yung gagawin sa 8. 8 times 3 is 24. But if we want to check, cross multiply, 15 times n is 15n, and 8 times 45 is equal to 360. And solving for n, we divide both sides by 15. Cancel. Therefore, n is equal to 360 divided by 15, so 24. Okay? How about this one? So, what will you do to solve this proportion? First is cross multiply. So, 12 times x plus 2 equals 6 times 8. Then distribute 12 times x is 12x, and 12 times 2 is positive 24. Then 6 times 8 is 48. Then transpose 24 to the right. So 48 minus 24. Divide both, so 12x is equal to 48 minus 24 is 24. Dividing both sides by 12. Cancel. 24 over 12 is 2. So the answer is 2. So 2, if you check, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 times 12 is 48. Same with 6 times 8. Okay, look at the situation. So we have situation 1. Anna earns 150 pesos per hour. How much will she earn if she works 8 hours? Next, 4 painters can finish a house in 6 days. How long will it take if there are 6 painters? 3 siblings divide 12,000 based on their agreed share of 2:3:7. How much does each sibling receive? In the first situation, you see that the earning increases when the number of hours increases. Okay? So, the proportion here is what we call direct proportion. As earning increases, the number of hours also increases. How about the next? 4 painters can finish the house in 6 days. What if there are 6 painters? So more painters, what it indicates, 4 painters, 6 days. How about if 6 painters? So kapag konti yung painter, mas maraming days. So kung mas dumami yung painters, bababa yung number of days. So opposite. As one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. So ang tawag naman sa proportion na yan ay inverse proportion. At ito naman pangatlo, yung 12,000 na divide into parts. 3 parts. 2:3:7. At ang tawag sa proportion na yan ay partitive proportion. So yan na nga, yung direct proportion, sabi natin kanina, if one quantity increases, the other quantity also increases. Or kung nag-decrease naman, so nagdi-decrease din yung other quantity. For the inverse proportion, kung yung isa nag-decrease, yung isa naman nag-increase. Or kung isa ay nag-increase, yung other one nagdi-decrease. Okay? So hopefully nagkakaintindihan tayo doon. At kapag yung partitive proportion naman, so a whole is divided into several parts given a specified ratio. So nadi-divide yung whole into different parts. So let's solve this one. So the exchange rate of peso to US dollar is 48 pesos and 60 centavos to $1. How much will you get for 52 pesos and $52.50? So as you can see, as the number of peso increases, syempre nag-increase din yung number of corresponding dollars. Therefore, it is a direct proportion. So we can take the ratio of the peso and the dollar. So 48.60 is to 1 is equal to number of peso. So n, let's say n, is to 52.50. Simply multiply the extremes. So 48.60 rather times 52.50. So the answer is 48.60 times 2,000. So 2,551.50. And 1 times n is n. So yan. So if you have $52.50, you have 2,551 and 50 centavos in pesos. Okay. Next, if 8 bamboo frames can be made from 5 meters of bamboo sticks, how many meters of bamboo sticks are needed to make 40 bamboo frames? This is also an example of direct proportion, because as the number of bamboo frame increases, so the number of meters of bamboo sticks also increases. So bamboo frame is to the length of bamboo stick. So that's the ratio. So 8 is to 5 is equal to number of bamboo sticks. So we have 40 bamboo frames is to x. Then multiply 8 times x is 8x, and 5 times 40 is 200. Divide both sides by 8, cancel, and 200 over 8 is equal to 25. So the answer is 25. Okay. How about this one? 3 men can complete a project in 6 weeks. How many men will be needed if the project is to be completed in a week? This is an example of indirect proportion or inverse proportion. So for 3 men, we have 6 weeks. By the way, the process looks follow this way. 3 men, multiply it by 6. Then how many men if it is 1 week? In a week. So 3 times 6 is 18. So n. So n is equal to 18 men. So ang ibig sabihin, kasi nito, kung mas makonti yung men, mas maraming number of weeks. Pero kung madumami na yung men, let's say 18, so konti na lang yung week, kaya 1 na lang. Okay? So the process is different for the direct. You simply multiply the given for the number of men and the number of weeks. Then follow it for the second. So missing is the number of men. Then the number of week is 1. Okay? How about this one? So you want to divide 120 units into 3 parts such that the ratio of the 3 parts is 1:2:3. How many units will each part have? Ang step lang natin ay add lang natin. Ito yung example ng partitive proportion. I-add lang natin yung 1 plus 2 plus 3 which is equal to 6. Then i-divide natin yung 120 sa 6 and the answer is 20. So each part, i-multiply mo lang yung 20 dun sa 1, 2, and 3. So 1 times 20, this is the first unit. So 2 times 20, this is the other one, 40. And 3 times 20, 60. So this is the division, 20, 40, and 60. Take note that when you get the sum of these three, the result is 120. Okay, so how about this one? Alan, Brian, and Chris are business partners. They agreed to divide their profits for the day in the ratio 2:3:5 respectively. How much should each receive if the total profit for the day is 60,000 pesos? So similar to the first one, we simply add 2 plus 3 plus 5. That is 10. So we divide 60,000 by 10 gives you 6,000 pesos. Then we simply multiply each by 6,000. So 2 times 6,000, that is 12,000 pesos. Then for 3 times 6,000 is 18,000 pesos. And 5 times 6,000 is 30,000 pesos. So this is for Alan, this is for Brian, and this is for Chris. You see that when you add 12,000, 18,000, and 30,000, the answer is 60,000. Okay, this is another example. See if you answer this. So this is the answer. Same with this one. Also this one. And this is a challenge for you. Okay, so I hope you learned on how to solve problems involving ratio and proportion.